Sorry I'm a little bit late. I got sidetracked. So, straight into the chat today. It's Social Saturday tomorrow, so I'm trying to pack my bags for Social Saturday tomorrow, and I'm kind of like flapping around trying to decide what I'm going to take with me. So the sewing machine, can you see that, is packed in its new bag, and I'm just trying to work out what to put where. So I was going to do that with you, but I can't get the phone over there and it's too heavy to bring over here. So I'm going to forget that idea for now, and we're going to move on to something else. It is absolutely roasting here today. Anybody else finding it a wee bit hot? And for the coldest person in the world, as I frequently say, I'm not exactly in knitwear today because it's proper roasting. But anyway, it's Friday again. What a week it's been. I have done loads this week. And if you don't know, I'm going on holiday on Tuesday. So a lot of my brain power has been spent on, I think I mentioned this last week, what projects to take with me on holiday when I go on holiday. So I have narrowed it down. I'm going to share that with you now. So give me 2 seconds and I'll go and get them. There's more. Hang on. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I shared with you this bag that I had bought. I absolutely love this bag. It's actually sold as a sewing machine bag, and it does fit your sewing machine in it. If you've got a standard size sewing machine, it will fit in it. And 2 of my sewing ladies have got their sewing machines in these. They're also fabulous for bigger knit/crochet projects. And that's what is in it now. So I've decided I've got 2 things to take away with me at the minute. That could change. But then it's been a long process getting to this stage. So, you know, I mentioned in the past I had the fireside kit from Attic 24. So I've decided doing squares whilst we're in the van and we're driving is not ideal. I need to do stripes. So I have decided to do, it's a pattern that I've done years ago. It's a free pattern. I don't know if it's still available because it's from 2011, I think. I don't think I've had it since 2011. But it's quite an old pattern. I'll put a link in the comments once I've checked that it works. But it's called the As We Go Stripey Blanket, and you need 10 colours. It's not an Attic 24 pattern. You need 10 colours, and the fireside blanket came with 12. So I've narrowed it down to 10. And I've got them all in this bag ready for on the boat / van. But I don't know about you, the worst bit about starting a new crochet project is the foundation chain. So I think I'll need to allow myself the foundation chain before we go away on Tuesday. I've got my crochet hooks in my little crochet roll or hook roll or whatever you want to call it. This was actually one of the projects from one of the members boxes. So I've got my crochet hooks in here, and I treated myself to some new ones. So my normal ones I use are these ones. I don't know what brand they are. But what I found with the ones that I'd had for a while is the handles had gone a bit sticky, and as if the surface had started to peel off them. So I'm going to try these. So these are made by Pony, and they've got a bamboo handle and a metal head. So I am going to give these a try, and if you have a look, they are slightly longer, so it'll be interesting to see what I think of that. So I will report back, but I haven't used them yet. So I thought I'll use those. Now I haven't bought myself a new project to take with me, but I have technically bought myself a couple of new crochet hooks. and I am going to start this new project. Although it's been bought for a while, it's not been started. So I'm going to start that. Because you've got to start a new project when you go on holidays. Well, I think you do. Does anybody else think you do? So that's going in there. The pattern's in there. I've still got to add... Hi, Elaine! I've still got to add the extra bits and pieces like the scissors, stitch markers and that kind of thing. Which leads me nicely on to the next project. So this is my current sock repair bag. So I've decided these are coming with me. And again, these are not the kind of thing that I can fix whilst we're driving. So these will be when we are stationary project, or possibly on the boat, I might unpick some of the toes. So I have got, let's just see, 3 pairs of socks, and all of them need the toes fixing. So the toes haven't completely gone, but they're getting a bit thin. So rather than just darn that, I'm going to take it back to where I've changed to the blue, and I'm going to re-knit the blue toe. So I need to do that for them. And the actual hardest bit about doing this is actually picking up all those stitches and then ripping this bit out, because that's the fiddliest bit. Once you've done that, it's actually fairly straightforward. So I've got 1 pair of those. I've got this pair. Here's a little note to self. Now this is, I think it was the Zorb. It's a German make, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of wool in them, and they're quite bobbly. So my top tip of what not to do when you're trying to debobble your socks. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but I used a razor. I used a dry razor to try and shave the fuzz off of the socks. Can anybody guess what happened? I'll show you. I've tried to fix it, but it didn't work. So what happened was this. I literally shaved holes and basically cut the wool. So I've now got a big rip right down to here, which is past the actual toe decrease. So they need some serious attention. So that needs to get fixed. These, again, it's just the toe. Now this was a bamboo, and they felt lovely, and I knitted them on one holiday, but can you see there, that's completely split and it's now starting to run. And they are not, I've not made them that long, so that really hasn't lasted. These have not sort of stood up to wear and tear, so I wouldn't necessarily go with that wool again, even though I do like the colour. Watermelon. So that needs fixed. I've already started to unpick this one, and it's ready, near enough to start sewing up the toe. So I have those 3 pairs to repair, and this is my repair station. So it's always good to keep the wool, leftover wool, for repairs, because a lot of time and effort and hours go into knitting a pair of socks. You don't want to just bin them because they've got a hole in the toe. You want to be able to fix them. So I've got the blue to redo the toe on the stripy ones. It's Tutti Frutti, I think it was called. I don't know what colour this one is, but that was the toe, so I have that. And I've also got a pair underway. So this was a new pair that I started, and I don't know where it was, but I got to the decrease for the heel, and then I had to stop because whatever I was doing, you needed to concentrate, and I wasn't in a concentrating place. So they need to get finished. And then I've got my mushroom, if I wanted to darn them. My pattern, and my go-to pattern is the Winwick Mum Basic Free Pattern for socks. My little notebook. And this is just like my go-to supplies. Tape measure. Scissors. Crochet hook for picking up any drop stitches. But again, it just feels a bit sticky. So that will be getting replaced unless I can try and clean it. And then I've got my double pointed needles, and I use 2.5mm when I'm doing socks. And then my little round 2.5mm by 25cm is what you need if you're going to knit socks on the round needle. If you want to knit two at a time, you can do that, but you need to do it on a really long needle. And I've never tried it. I've seen it, but not recently, so I couldn't really talk you through that at the minute, but I might have a look at that. So this is all the stuff that's currently in my very attractive co-op bag. So I felt like it needed a little upgrade. My sock repair kit needs an upgrade. So I have some new purchases to share with you today. So I thought I'd treat myself to the Knitpro Mindful collection circular little knitting needle. So it's the same as the one I just showed you, but this one's got metal points, and I want to try this one out because I love the wooden ones, but what I find with the wooden ones is over time they go quite blunt and they're quite expensive. So I'm hoping that these metal ones might stay sharper for longer. So I will report back. So I have treated myself to these, and I'm going to have a go at these whilst I'm on holiday. Which leads me nicely on to the other Knitpro things that I have bought. Now, one of the things that I love about the Knitpro range is the packaging. It's expensive to buy the Knitpro stuff, but I feel like you get what you pay for, and it the presentation's really nice. So this is an old thing, not an old thing. It's something that I bought a while ago, and I've done a video on it before. So you get this nice little bag, which is like a canvasy bag. So again, you could probably get a sock knitting kit in that. So I could get one pair of socks plus all the paraphernalia, probably just in that. So it's almost like you're getting a free bag with your purchase. So you get the little bag. Then it comes in this really nice wrapped tissue paper. And then we have got this little, effectively, zipper pouch. And it's got all double pointed needles for doing socks and things like that. And again, these are the metal ones in the same range as this, but these are double pointed and this is a round. So I'm looking forward to giving them a try whilst I'm away. Now it also comes with this cute little pouch. I'll put links to all these in the descriptions, and this came with it. So you've got your needle gauge size. You've got 2 needles for darning, or in my case, possibly picking up the stitches. And then you've got loads of stitch markers. I'm not quite sure exactly how many stitch markers there are, but I can't show you. There's this many. Anyway, that didn't work. Never mind. So, and they all come in this little bag. So I'm going to give that its first outing. So that's going with me on holiday. So let me just put this away. So yeah, so you get the set of needles, which come in this nice little bag. And then there's a book with all the other bits and pieces that you can get in it, in the range. I'm going to take this off. No, I'll take that off later. So I'm going to put these back in here. And I'm just going to put that in there as well for now. And I'm going to say goodbye to the tissue paper. Right, now wait till I show you what else I've got. So, all of the knitting repair stuff, sock knitting repair stuff that I have got to take on holiday is not going to fit in this bag. The co-op bag is still the best option. So, I bought this project bag. And again, part of the Mindful collection. And it comes in yet another canvasy bag. So this would be brilliant for storing like wool in or another project. So you get this bag, and in this bag is this bag. Now it's going to be hard to show you this as it is, but it's got like a slip-in pocket there. Then it's got this one here with the little slots to put your crochet hooks and stuff in. It's got a clip So if you've got your keys or your purse in there, and then it's got a divider pocket here, and that's got an inside zip as well. And then it's also got a back zip, and the whole thing fastens with a magnetic fastening. So I thought I would transfer my sock repair kit into this. So I'm not going to do that whilst you're on, but this is going to be my sock repair bag, and I'm really quite liking that. It's got a really firm bag. The canvas is really nice. So I didn't stop there. I got a little bit carried away. So I also bought myself, how cute is this? And again, really nice packaging. And it's a little pair of travel scissors. So we have these little spectacle style travel scissors, and you just pull them and then you close them over, and then you've got little scissors, and then you literally just shut them and push them back in, and then they just close back into place, and then they live in this little bag. So they might replace the scissors that I had in my little owl pouch. And then I've also got, which I may or may not need for the socks, I haven't quite decided yet, but it's a row counter. And again, this came in this cute little bag, and it's like really nicely wrapped. I haven't even opened this yet. And it's literally just a row counter. So I don't know, I might need it for when I go and do the heels. So there we go. That's what it looks like. Cute. So according to this, I've done 55 rows. Love it. So you can click this, and then you've got this one, and you can turn them on the sides as well. So that's quite nice. So very nicely wrapped. And my final thing, as if that's not enough, was a little kind of pouch, because I didn't realise these all came in these. I bought the matching pouch to go, which is in this bag. If anybody needs a bag, let me know, because I've got loads. And again, it's got this kit in it. It comes nicely packaged. And this is literally like a makeup bag, really. But it's quite heavy duty canvas, and it keeps its shape really well, like this, and it's got a little zip pocket in the inside. So all in all, I think I've basically got every eventuality covered. This is probably big enough for a shoe bag for when I go on holiday, or underwear or something. So I might be packing all of my clothes in the Knitpro Mindfulness collection bags. So watch this space for more information. So that's my excitement for this week. I have got all this stuff delivered, and I've been dying to actually find a use for it. I think I've had that for over a week or maybe 2 weeks now, and I've just not been quite sure what I was going to use it for. So now that I'm thinking about holiday crafts, that was perfect. Perfect excuse to break these open and actually use them. So my final thing that I'm going to talk to you about today is, and I've mentioned it in one of my other videos, these little things, measuring gauge, sewing gauge. Now it's got every measurement from 1/8 of an inch up to 2 inches on 2 sides of this, which is really good for measuring hems or distances on things, turning up hems, that kind of thing. I use it much more than I thought I would, but I've actually ordered some for my sewing ladies, and I ordered 2 lots by mistake. So if anybody wants one, I've got about 5 spare. So if you think that you might like one, let me know. And I feel like I've talked really fast. Did I talk really fast there? Sorry if I did. I think it's the heat. Because I'm not used to this heat. It's roasting. So that's my agenda, or that's my sewing projects, craft projects for the holiday sorted. The bag for tomorrow is almost sorted. I just need to pack extension cords and things like that. I'm going to take that. I might take the sock knitting stuff with me, even though it's meant to be a sewing thing. It's more about giving you the time. So it's like 9 till 12:30, 10, 11, 12, 3.5 hours to yourself to try and get some stuff done. So yes, it is geared at sewing and bringing your sewing machine. But as I might have mentioned before, Olwyn, who's coming tomorrow, is making a fabric wheelbarrow, which involves no sewing at all. It's literally glue and cardboard and fabric. So I might take my sock stuff just so that I can get a better idea of what I need to do, or even just get all of them unpicked. I haven't decided yet. I've got my sewing machine packed and the project is in the bag ready to take with me, which I may or may not do, but it gives me the option. And then I'm also going to take the quilt, which again is hand sewing, which probably is not necessarily needed at Social Saturday. But I'm trying to get it finished, and it's not going to get finished before we go on holiday at this rate. So that might go with me as well. So I'm feeling a bit undecided about quite a lot of things at the minute, but it'll all sort itself out in the end. It'll be fine. Sewing this week has been crazy busy. Trying to just I'm trying to do October's project before I go so that it's done. And then it's just a case of doing the pattern and all that when I get back, because I don't want to leave it to the last minute. So I've been frantically trying to get that done. And obviously I have had all my lovely sewing ladies during the week. So I've had, what have we done? Tuesday was, we had cake on Tuesday and we had chocolates on Tuesday. So thank you to Laura and Christine for providing those. Also, Christine, we had sort of a show and tell thing. Christine brought her recent make, which is not sewing themed, but it was actually a knitted person, and his name is Keith, and he is a gardener, and that was absolutely incredible to see that. He had like a polystyrene body, and then he was padded out with wadding, and then it was a knitted skin basically that she then stitched on, and it was amazing. I'll send some pictures. So that was Tuesday, and she was working on felt bags for sheet music, and Kaz was working on, it was a surprise present for somebody, so I won't discuss what that is in case they've not had it yet. And Laura was working on the patchwork basket, so she was doing that. Wednesday, there was no sewing on Wednesday. Thursday, Nikki, Charlotte and Olwyn were here, and Olwyn finished her table runner, which looks amazing. When I asked her what her thoughts were on that, it wasn't repeatable. So I don't have a quote for you. It was a lot of bleeping out. And then Nikki and Charlotte were working on, one was doing the quilt as you go basket, and Nikki was starting on the Lewis and Irene applique cushion panels, which look fantastic. And if you're interested in those, you can get them in Ramsey Craft Centre. And I'll put the link to them in the comments, but they were really good. And then Nikki was here again, and then we had Thursday night. So we had Fran and Wendy. Wendy's making felt Christmas decorations, and Fran's making a Christmas table runner, the same as Olwyn's. So much progress was made on those. And then this morning we had afternoon tea on Thursday afternoon. And then this morning we had Nikki, Christine, another Christine, the same Nikki, and Vicky. And Vicky was finished the scrap bag. So she's doing the Sew Like a Pro course, and she has just completed the scrap bag, which looked fabulous. And Nikki is continued to work on the applique cushion panel, and Christine's making these fabulous bags, which I have the pattern for somewhere. Hang on. Nope. So she's making these. So that's looking really good. And she's coming tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have a finished one to share with you. So, all in all, it has been a crazy busy week. I've managed to get some more of my cross stitch done. But it's not finished yet, but it's so close to finishing. So that might come with me tomorrow as well. I don't know. But anyway, so I have, thank you very much for watching. If you have watched this far, thank you. To everybody that's subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. My numbers are going up, which is fabulous. I don't think there'll be tea with Fee next Friday because I genuinely have no idea where I'm going to be. On Friday, never mind at 5 o'clock on Friday. So who knows? So if I appear on Friday at 5, I appear. And if I don't, I don't. And we will see what progress is made on the projects between now and the next time I see you. So whatever you're doing this weekend, have a fabulous time. And I will catch you a week on Friday. Thanks for watching. Bye.